Federal government warns of impending flooding on River Niger, Benue. Kindly share this video, subscribe, like and comment below. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Joseph Utsev, has warned of potential river flooding on the Niger and Benue rivers, stating that a large volume of water is flowing through these rivers towards the Niger Delta region. The minister, speaking in Abuja on Friday at a press briefing regarding the flooding situation in Maiduguri, Borno State, called for vigilance in all aspects and proactive measures to address any future flooding events in the southern part of the country. He noted that the recent flood disaster that affected the Maiduguri and Niger areas of Borno State was largely due to the overflow of water from the Alau Dam, located about 10 kilometers from Maiduguri city center, resulting from a massive inflow from the Niger River, a major tributary of the River Utsev. He referred to the 2024 annual flood outlook publication by the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, which highlighted the high, moderate, and low flood risk areas in the country. Borno, Bauchi, Jigawa, Taraba, Yobe, Benue, Gom, and many other states were listed among the 31 states considered high flood risk areas. This flood disaster that affected the Maiduguri and Niger areas of Borno State was largely due to the overflow of water from the Alau Dam, located about 10 kilometers from Maiduguri city center, caused by the massive inflow from the Niger River, a major tributary of the River Utsev. The Minister of State, Bello Goronyo, and I have visited Maiduguri with the head of agencies and parastatals in my ministry to express solidarity with the Governor, Borno State, and to assess the extent of devastation caused by the flood. He added, as we mourn the losses in Borno, Yobe, Jigawa, Bauchi, and other states affected by flooding, the attention of Nigerians is hereby drawn to the potential river flooding of the rivers Niger and Benue, as well as some of their tributaries. The daily flow on these rivers indicates a significant increase in water levels, nearing red alert. This warning signifies that a large volume of water is moving through our rivers towards the Delta region. He emphasized the need for continued vigilance and improved preparedness to address potential flooding in the southern part of the country. He added, we will also recall that the Presidential Committee on the Development of a Strategic Plan for Preventing Flood Disasters in Nigeria, which was established with the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation as the chair of its steering committee, has submitted its report. This report recommended 10 strategic areas to address the menace of annual flooding in Nigeria, alongside relevant interventions that consider required activities before, during, and after flooding periods. These include responsible agencies, expected outcomes, timelines, and indicative costs. Mr. President, as part of the recommendations, has graciously approved the sum of 108 billion Nigerian nairas for all 36 states to tackle perennial flooding in the country. As we strive to recover from this tragedy, I urge all governments at the subnational level and stakeholders to heed the flood early warning information from the ministry and take proactive measures to prevent future flooding, as well as to activate response measures to alleviate the suffering of citizens affected by floods. Share this video, like and subscribe for more of our videos coming up.
Vice President Kashim Shettima assessing the flood situation in Maiduguri, Borno State after days of flooding. Wading through the body of water, he drives through the city to catch a glimpse of the devastation. He makes a stop at the Bakassi IDP camp where some of the displaced persons are temporarily taking refuge. He makes a stop at the palace of the Sheikh of Borno, which has been partly submerged. The flood impacted Maiduguri metropolis and parts of Niger local government area, affecting houses, shops, and critical infrastructure, including major roads. Vehicular movement is restricted as a result of the flood, as critical facilities are affected. Thousands of residents living along the waterways and flood-prone areas, mostly women and children, are displaced. Though the state has been experiencing heavy rainfall, the flood has been traced to the release of water from the Alo Dam, a major source of water supply to Maiduguri. Although the state government has allayed fears of flood, communities have been grappling with the effects of the leakage from the dam and heavy rainfall.
The dam has not broken down. It is actually the damaged parts that is overspilling. But at the same time, even when it overspills, the river behind us, River Yetsaram, is where the water drains into.
Developed a strategy to address perennial flooding and other environmental crises confronting the state as a medium-term plan.
All the flood-prone areas has been taken over with development. People build house on flood-prone areas.
And once we monitor our dams, we check the inflow, we release the water out, the impact can be minimal. But in the absence of this, we'll continue to have perennial flooding because it is expected. Climate is changing.
According to the National Emergency Management Agency, 7 lives have been lost, 150,000 persons are displaced, and about 7,000 houses are affected.
Thanks for tuning in to Smart Okason TV show. Keep exploring, stay curious, and never stop getting the latest information happening around. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to keep the intellect flowing. Until next time, keep sharpening and be smart.